Hey guys, welcome back to This Gathered Nest. I am Angela, and today we are going to be talking about something I love to talk about. Favorite products, and specifically favorite products from Amazon. Now, today's video is sponsored by Amazon, but I want you to know, as always, all of these products are picked by me. If you watch our videos, or watch our vlogs and stuff, you've seen some of these in action. You know that I love them. I'm putting them all here together in an Amazon favorites video. This is going to be a kids and family edition. So I have shared lots of different things I love to buy from Amazon over the years, and sometimes it's beauty stuff, sometimes it's just random stuff. And I thought today we would just do specifically like kids and family type stuff. So if you love shopping on Amazon like I do, then just stay tuned and I'm going to share with you some products that maybe you didn't even know about and you might add to your wish list. Okay, like I said, this is going to be like some kid stuff and family stuff. This little beauty right here, the first product I'm going to share with you, this is a white noise machine. Now, I have had many a white noise machine over the years. I have 7 children. My oldest is 12. We've been doing white noise machines for a really long time. The reason I like this one so much, we got this before we went on our first RV trip, and we used it in the bedroom, in our like master bedroom, so that the babies could nap and sleep without hearing the kids on the other end of the camper, and it worked amazing. The thing is, this has fan sounds and white noise sounds. I know some people really like the birds chirping and stuff like that, and that can be fun, but I don't feel that that actually helps little kids stay asleep. That's sort of like ambient noise, which can be helpful, I guess, but for me, I found like I need something that makes my kids think that they're 30,000 feet in the air on an airplane. Do you know what I'm talking about? That airplane sleep where your like mouth hangs open and you're like just drooling. That's the level of sleep that we need to get to, and I feel like this does that. We typically stick to the white noise sounds. You can do the fan sounds too. Those are good. I really like the white noise sounds. And then again, you've got a volume here. So it's very simple, not a ton of stuff on here. It puts out an incredible amount of white noise that's not annoying, but it's very effective. The next item we're going to talk about here is the Fabulous Wet Brush. The reason I included this is because I use this for myself and all of my kids. We have a few of these floating around the house. This one specifically is mine. I like this like silver reflective-y one, but they have purple and pink. We have a mini one that I gave the babies in their Christmas stockings. We have a ton of these floating around our house. They are awesome for brushing out your hair when it's wet, when you're out of the tub or the shower, keeping your hair from breaking. Don't ask me the technology behind it, why it's better for wet hair than a regular brush. I can't answer that for you. I just know that it definitely helps avoid that breakage, and I'm often spraying something in the girls' hair before I brush their hair. Even if they haven't had like a bath that morning, I'll usually put like detangler or something in their hair, and so it makes their hair wet, and then I use this and it keeps it from breaking and allows me to brush through. We have lots of different hair textures in this house, lots of different hair textures, from stick straight to really, really curly. And this brush I feel like works for Sorry, that's the boys playing downstairs. It scared me. And I feel like this brush works for everybody in our house except for CR, who doesn't brush his hair. Okay, next thing we're gonna talk about, and this is a kid product, this is a mom and dad product as well, but I wanna tell you about kind of our uses for it for the kids. And that is good old-fashioned Walkie Talkies. Now, these are not like kid versions, these are actual legit adult Walkie Talkies with different channels and all that kind of stuff. We got these to use on our RV trip for Christopher and I, so when we were backing in and out of spots, like I could get out and say like, go to the left a little bit, you got 6 feet, go this way, you know, that kind of thing. And he could hear me because, you know, he got a long car, long camper, that kind of thing. But we found also when we were staying in these different campgrounds that it was a great way for the kids to be able to explore the campground a little bit without us, and we could still get in contact with them. So they would take one, we would keep one, and then they could kind of go explore a little bit. If you are like us and your kids don't have phones yet, maybe they're not old enough, maybe you don't want them to have phones, whatever the reason may be, this is really cool. I think it's a really good option. It's fun anyways. Like, we don't really let the kids just take them in the backyard and play with them. Every once in a while we will. You guys know, like, think back to your childhood when you were a kid. Like, how fun is it to like play in a big yard or in the woods and hide, and you've got your walkie talkies? It's like so fun. And we've now started letting the girls, my sister lives in the same neighborhood, just way, way, way down the street at the end of the street, like almost a mile, I guess, like probably half a mile or so, 3/4 of a mile. And so we'll let the girls ride around on their bikes, and they'll take a walkie-talkie. They can ride down to their cousin's house and play, and we can stay in contact with them this way. And I love it. It's fun. It's so practical. Like, it's fun, but it's super practical. I can think of a ton of uses for these. Okay, so the next thing is this essential oil diffuser. Again, I got this one specifically for the camper because I didn't want to be burning candles and stuff like that when we were in the camper. And I've actually, you guys know I already like and use essential oils, and I have a few different diffusers around the house, but now this one has migrated its way into the schoolroom, and we use this every morning. It's part of my routine when I go in there and sort of open windows and get everything set up and sort of get our stuff started for the day. I always start diffusing some kind of oils in the morning. There are different oils out there that, you know, help with focus and things like that. So I like to have a very calming vibe in the morning. Like, I want the kids to be awake, but also, like, I'm not trying to put them to sleep, so I'm not putting like lavender in here or anything. But I like a combination that's invigorating, but also calming at the same time. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like that seems like it would be counterintuitive, but it's not. Like, I want them to be awake and ready to learn, but also there's just something about the smell of essential oils, I think, because so many of us relate them to like getting massages and things like that, that it's like also calming at the same time. So I like that vibe, especially in the morning when I'm like, wake up and turn your brain on, but also sit still and don't act like a crazy person. So I need like the perfect mix, and I really love this diffuser. Specifically, this one has 1 hour, 3 hour, 6 hour settings. I usually do the 3 hour setting. That takes us through most of all of our like sit down bookwork stuff. And you can also change the color. I don't obviously have it plugged in because I'm holding it, but you can change the color of the light in it. I like just like the white one, but most of the times the kids will just go over there and keep smashing that and arguing over, we want it to be green, blue, red, whatever. So it does change colors here as well. Yeah, I feel like Amazon is such a good place to find diffusers. Diffusers can be very expensive, and I really like the ones. There's so many different ones on Amazon, but this is one that I've really enjoyed. Okay, the next thing we're gonna talk about, and if you have watched our channel for any amount of time, you know how much our kids love these, and that is the Fire HD8 Kids Edition tablets. We have 3 of them for Noah, Jonah, and Rosie, 1 for each of them. They absolutely love them. March is National Reading Month, and so this month we're encouraging our kids to read even more than we usually do. Reading is sort of a pillar of our homeschool and how we sort of set things up. It's like the #1 priority for us with our kids is reading and cultivating a love of reading. And so I feel like with these tablets, it's great because the kids love paper books and they love to flip through those, but I love having this full, very like expansive library of books that the kids can choose from on their tablets. And of course, with these tablets, they have these awesome parental controls where you can monitor everything. You can set it up so that your kids have to do a certain amount of time of reading or educational apps before they can access the videos and the games and things like that on their tablet. There's so many different things you control. You can control from the time that the tablet is able to be turned on and used to when it shuts off, how many hours total a day or minutes a day your kids can use the tablet before it will no longer work for them. And each of those settings is managed individually across the tablets, which is so easy, makes it so easy that you don't have to constantly be, especially if you've got a lot of kids like me, you don't have to be constantly like, hey, how long has that kid been on there? I told them they could do it for an hour. Has it been an hour? It's just great to be able to monitor all of that. So the tablets also have access to the Amazon Free Time Unlimited, which again is a series of games and apps and different things that they have access to. Like I said, all the different books that you can download on there for your kiddos to read. And then you can also use the discussion cards if you want to have like a family book club or something, and it'll give you like prompts and questions that you can ask related to the book, just different ideas of how you can make sure that your kids read it and understood what they read. Did they comprehend what they were reading in that book? So I would definitely recommend you try the Free Time Unlimited. If you're buying a new tablet, you get a year-long subscription to it with the purchase of your tablet, or if you want to just buy it, you can also do a 30-day free trial of it to test everything out and make sure that you like it and it feels worth it to you. We love our Fire Kids Edition tablets. They have just become such a staple of what we use for road trips, and we incorporate them into homeschool, and it just gives me peace of mind that I can control so many different things on them, so many different aspects, that I don't have to worry about what the kids are finding on there. And it doesn't hurt that it comes with like a kid-proof case and a worry-free guarantee. So if anything at all happens to the tablet within the first 2 years that you own it, Amazon will replace it for free, no questions asked. So if you want to check out the Kids Edition tablet, I will have that link down below in the description box as well. Okay, now I said this was also going to be like family related, so that's why I'm showing you this. Although maybe if your kids have these items, this would be a good kid item too, especially. Really, this is a good any human who uses multiple devices item. I just hit myself in the face with the cord. So as you can see, you put all of the cords, I'm messing this up. Sierra's gonna kill me because he does all this for me. There we go. Okay, so as you can see on the back, this is the power thing. So it's not plugged in because it normally goes over there on my nightstand. But you have 3 different outlets here, little USBs. And so I charge my phone, and then your phone just sits, you plug it in, and it just sits right there at night. While I'm sleeping, it's charging. Then this one is for your Apple Watch. So if you have an Apple Watch, you just set it down like that and it's charging that. And then this one right here is for AirPods, not to be confused with what I called them the last time I talked about them, which was AirBuds. That's a dog movie. AirPods go in your ears. Yeah, so you can charge your AirPods, your phone, and your Apple Watch all at the same time on this nifty little thing. It keeps all of your cords neat and tidy. I don't like having a whole jumble mess over there, so I think this is very useful. So if you have a kiddo that maybe needs to charge a tablet, or you know, something like that, maybe they do have AirPods, I don't know. Maybe this is not a kid item, but it feels like it's an any human item who would use all these things. So I really, really like this. And just the little wood design of it is very simplistic and cute looking. So if you're looking for a fun little charging station, I highly recommend this one. This is the mamma jamma of all first aid kits. Again, this was something that we keep a first aid kit in our car, and then one that I've sort of put together at home. But I wanted, when we headed out on the road on our trip, I wanted like the real deal first aid kit. This is, I believe, an EMT like quality kit. I mean, I'm sure they actually carry a lot more than this, but this is like a medic grade type kit. It has things in here that you're gonna ask yourself, if I need to use that, we have a major problem. And I would say that that's probably true. You can organize everything in here, but this is, I feel like, if you are going to be going out on hikes, someplace where you might be a little far away from things, or I don't know, I just feel like kids find the craziest ways to get injured. And I just like the peace of mind of knowing I have everything here I could possibly need while I wait for 911. And if you know how to use some of this stuff, like I get it, if you didn't know, like I know how to use a blood pressure cuff. I was a CNA and I went to nursing school. Like I know how to use some of these basic things. Like it has smelling salts, like Aunt Pitty Pat, crushable smelling salts. There is so much stuff in here. All of the different like triple antibiotic ointments, all of the different kind of wraps and bandages that you could need. Like things like this is where I said that it gets a little crazy, that hopefully you won't need to use this. But it has this Berman Airways kit, different sizes for different ages. And my thing is like, do I know how to use this airway kit in someone's throat? No, but here's the thing. Like I kept thinking, like if we're in a campground and there's an emergency and something like this was needed, I might not know how to use it, but I have it. And so maybe somebody that's staying at the campground is a medic or a doctor or something like that, and they would know how to use it. They might not have it, but they'd know how to use it. So together we could solve a problem. That might seem crazy, but I feel like we've discussed this many times before, that as a mom, sometimes our anxiety like gets the best of us, especially as it pertains to our kids getting injured or hurt. And so having this stuff gives me a little bit of sense of peace, but really it just has a whole bunch of different like sponges and band-aids and ointments, and it's got like Benadryl type, I'm sure it's not Benadryl brand, but like antihistamines and all of the different things that you could possibly need to deal with an injury. So I have, like I said, 7 kids, 2 boys who seem to have no sense of self-preservation. So I feel like some kind of big, good first aid kit is just nice to have with the kinds of things that we do and the places that we go, and especially when we start going over to like Grand Canyon and up into Alaska and stuff like that. Like, we're gonna want the peace of mind of some of this stuff, and that's just my feeling on it. This might not be for everybody, I get that, but I love having that. It does give me an extra like little bit of peace of mind. All right, and then we have this beauty, which is very hard for me to show on camera. This is like a hiking backpack for toddlers, kids. I'm gonna insert some footage here instead of like messing around with this to try to show you. We love these things. We bought 2 of them so that we could carry each of the babies. They are amazing. The way that they distribute their weight, they kind of put them higher up on your back. You guys know some of those baby carriers, once your kids get to a certain age, they just hurt your back, they hurt your shoulders, they make you kind of hunch, and I don't really like that. I feel like this does such a good job of distributing the weight kind of more onto your hips where you can handle it better there. And the babies love it because they're up so they can see. Sometimes when we just put them on our backs in a regular carrier, then, you know, their faces are kind of stuffed into your back or your hair. They can't see much. On the front, they're plastered right here. And if we're on a hike, then usually I'm sweating, they're sweating, and it's a sweaty mess. So I really like this. It allows air to get through to their bodies so your bodies aren't pressed up against each other, getting like all hot and sweaty. And it's got little like stirrups that their feet go in to keep their legs from like going to sleep or, you know, dangling and going to sleep. It's got a hood to protect them from rain or sun. And it also has multiple little zippered pouches and things like that so that you can put your phone, your camera, your keys, all that kind of stuff. I love that because usually we have babies to carry, food to carry, camera equipment to carry, all of that stuff. So I feel like this kind of allows me to carry multiple things and not have my pocket stuffed or stuff my phone in my bra. You guys know you do that, stuff your phone in your like bra strap and hold it here. This has like lots of little storage compartments. So I would say hands down, I cannot believe it took us 7 kids until we finally bought these things. And I don't think you only need them if you're like a hiking kind of family. Even if you're a go to the park, go to amusement parks, go to any place where you would wear a baby for a long period of time or a toddler. I cannot remember what the weight limit is. I'll have everything linked down below so you can check it out. But you can carry larger kids in these too, which is great. Hello, Chloe. Are you sad that your people are gone? Okay, the last item is the Wagon. Again, too big for me to hold here, so I'm gonna insert footage. This is another thing that I'm like, how did it take us to 7 kids to get one of these? Initially, I got it thinking like, oh, it'll be perfect when we're like going down to the beach or something to carry stuff. We have used the mess out of this thing for walks, just for kind of going around anywhere really. We're always like, should we bring the wagon or the stroller? The babies love it. They feel like they're kind of more a part of the action. And also, it's really pretty easy to pull and like the handle snaps into place. It folds up really easily. So our other kids can pull it if they want to. And if Rosie gets tired and she can't walk anymore, then she can climb in there and sit in there as well. It has like some little pouches on the outside where you could store snacks and drink cups and things like that. But this wagon has just proven itself to be worth its weight in gold. And I'm sad that I didn't get one sooner because I feel like I could have gotten so much more use out of it if I'd had it for the long run. But anyways, I love having it now. So if you have little kids, toddlers, sitters, you know, they really need to be able to sit confidently, I feel like, but just an awesome, awesome thing for a family to have and use. All right, guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, everything will be linked down below. These are just some of my very favorite kid and family related products that I buy on Amazon. I buy so many different things on Amazon, but these were some of my favorites that I wanted to share with you guys that we've gotten a ton of use out of and have helped us out in some various way, and I feel like would also benefit and be helpful to you as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you'll have an awesome day. Subscribe to my channel. That's not subscribing. Subscribe is the red box. Thumbs up is the like and thumbs up. And I will see you guys again very soon. Bye.
Wanna shake the